Okay, so I hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel, and today I thought we'd do something slightly different in something that we've not actually filmed or recorded, I should say, as opposed to filmed here on the channel today, and that is playing Prison Architect. So in lieu of Prison Architect 2 coming out in only a couple of months time now, I thought we'd have a quick look at Prison Architect with the aim of trying to build the biggest prison that there is. So today we're going to just take a quick look for those that aren't familiar with the game and work out what's what, just have a bit of a run through. So let's jump in. Okay, so here we are, and we'll jump into the main menu here, and we'll go into create new prison. So, in terms of this game, there is quite a few options to choose from in the initial pages. Now, just bear in mind, I've got a few of the DLCs here. So, with those DLCs, gives lots and lots of choices in terms of character creation, various uniforms and colours and wardens and dogs and things like that. So on the right hand side you've got the choice of small, medium and large. I'm just going to set large to begin with. You can obviously set your funds that you begin with, plot style, so you can pick again from jungle, plot, snowbound, desert, lunar, and additional DLC will give you access to the bottom two there. You also have the choice of weather and intensity. Again, picking different things will allow temperaments of your prisoners to be altered accordingly. You've then got the option of gangs. Again, for the sake of this video, we're not going to be bothering with that today. And also we have our dynamic reputations, which again, depending on what you set, that depends on how other prisoners react with others, etc. Fog of war, so within that you get the option of enabling or disabling that. If you have that enabled, essentially what will happen, and I do play with that on just to add to the immersion a bit more, but that will basically grey out the screen unless there's members of staff that are in the vicinity that will provide you access. So we also have failure conditions. So, for example, if you were to have too many prison deaths or too many escapees, that sort of thing, it could result in the end of the game. Not something I'm going to be enabling here. Generating forests, again, that will populate forests, likewise with water and also other buildings. Warden mode, so that I believe is where you play as the warden walking around the prison. Again, just a different aspect of the game, I suppose. Events, we can enable that just to keep us on our toes, so that'll be things such as fires and walls collapsing, that sort of thing. Temperature, that just enables our sort of prisoners to need to be kept warm in the winter months, etc. Staff needs, yes, we'll enable that because we do want to make use of staff rooms and things like that. Escape plans, so enables more escape options for prisoners that will now attempt to climb over your walls when trying to escape. So again, we'll add that. Unlimited funds, we don't want that, and we don't want anything else. So DLC, again, you just get a few more options. So we do want criminally insane. Cleared for transfers, we do want to enable that as well. Prisoners aging, that'll add a fun aspect. So we'll hit play there. So as you can see, we start off with a rather large square grid. This version of the game is very much an aerial top-down view, unlike Prison Architect 2, whereby that's a 3D rendered map with, funnily enough, additional floors. So you'll have like ground floor, first floor, second floor, etc. So that'll be a fun addition to the game. So it's important to note here, once the workmen get off, I'll just pause the game because things do start to tick by very quickly. The first thing to do is obviously hit your pause button, but then go to your prisoner tab and just take a look at all the various tabs. When you get to the intake one, it's important just for the time being to close, because otherwise what will happen is you'll start to see quite a few prisoners arrive. And obviously, as you can see, we don't have anywhere to house them. So one thing I would suggest that's very, very crucial at this stage is planning, because when you build objects in this game, it takes a little while for the workers to actually construct what you required to be built. So having to build and then demolish will take some time. So preparation is key, what I would suggest. So at the minute we have our areas here highlighted: deliveries and garbage. So they're two zones that will, as you say, come down here, deliveries will be offloaded, and garbage down here, and also placed in that zone, I suppose. So what I like to do is, if we go to our flooring, you've got a number of different sort of floor surfaces, and different styles of floor will give you different perks. So for example, metal floor will give you a fast walking speed but can only be indoor. Fast indoor. So if I then go to something like road, outdoor only, but that'll give you a normal speed. So not only are the aesthetics something to consider, but also how that impacts on your staff and prisoners. Okay, so foundations. It's important to note that every building must be built on foundations. I'm about to sneeze. Oh dear, thank you. So, what was I looking for? Not flooring, not that one. So our rooms here is what I'm actually looking for. And then, for the time being, we need to go and find the garbage. Garbage, just there. For the time being, I'm just going to pop the garbage on the other side of the road just to free up some space, like so. And then again, we can do the same with deliveries, just so everything's out of the way, nice and tidy. And then if we go to our planning tool down here, this is where things can get a little creative. So I like to allow for, let's just go for some pathways. I like to give a couple of rows, columns, whatever you want to say they are. And then I try and find, just because I like things symmetrical, sort of the midpoint, which roughly I suggest is going to be something like that. There we go. So that is going to be our main entranceway. So within this game, you've got the choice of having double doors. So that will be our pavement. This will be the doors. And then what we need to then go into is our reception area. Where I can find, so our reception area there. So this is essentially our main holding point for our prisoners. It's probably because we haven't got any foundations built just yet. So, okay, not a problem. So if we do something like that, that can be our main reception area just there. As you can see, a very, very small building compared to the land, and you also do have the option of expanding each section on a section by section basis. So what I do like to do is just allow a bit of space, put that all the way up there for the time being, and then I like to create some corridors. So if we go there, and then we can go to our utilities, power, and then we'll go to water, that like that. That's our little utility area in there. And then yeah, that can be our little reception area, and then I think we'll put on the back of that, back to the planning tab. Something a little like that. And that is then going to be our holding area. So again, we'll just drag that over there. That there. Just like that. And then we will unpause the game just so the construction people can crack on. And then we'll go to walls and doors. Double doors. In fact, what we'll do is we'll put the visitor doors on. And we'll put the visitor doors there. And then I'm thinking we can pop on 2 segments there. And all will become clear in a second. So we'll just fast forward time, just get everything up and running. So yeah, as I say, it's important to take some time because the construction workers do take a few minutes to get certainly the foundations and things built. And then again, what we'll do is just go to our walls and we'll get those outside bits populated. And then we'll get these walls sorted as well. So you'll notice at the top there we've got $17,745. That will shortly, very, very quickly, I should say, run out of money. Let me just go into the doors. We'll get a large jail door. And we'll populate that just there. And one of the workers will go and install that. There we go, and that then gets converted. So for the time being, we're going to lock that door open, and that will just allow access there. And then what we'll do is we'll go over to the walls and doors function. Not that one, that one. Bang, 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 bang. And again, we'll just put in another large door there. We can then go double door just there. And we'll put a staff door in. In fact, we'll do staff door in the corner. And then we can go into our rooms area. Reception room is going to be that one there. And then our holding cell will be that one just there. So all the lights will, if we go to power, so if all the lights in the area will essentially attach themselves to the main cable, which is the one that's highlighted now. Bigger sort of utilities need a direct connection. So now that's connected there, that should power up the water pump. As if by magic, look. So we have capacitors. Now what capacitors do is actually allow for more power generation. So once you install those, you'll see that that's now given us 3 bars of generation. So again, you can go all the way around that with capacitors. So you don't have to sort of build extra power generators there. So what we then need to do in terms of objects So what's useful to remember with this game is if you actually lay down your floor zoning in advance, once you zoom into the relevant zone you're working on, what you'll find is all the required items are actually highlighted. So you're able to see, for example, so the toilets. And again, you can make this pretty much as tidy aesthetically as you wish. You don't have to worry about the stuff that I'm now doing, but I'm just going to sort of show you. And again, we'll put that down the grates. Let's put down some bunk beds. We need a big bench, we'll put that over there. And then we'll get some more power in there like that. So this is now telling us that there is nowhere for the prisoners to eat, which is fine. What we'll do over here, we shall just go water. Go da da da. One thing to be cautious of is these big pipes that I'm now using aid escape in terms of tunneling, so just be cautious with that. Brill over there, objects, and we'll get our desk. We'll populate that there like so. Put a nice comfy office chair in for our guard. And what else do we need in here? We need a table. There we go. So that's all the requirements for that room. What we can do is we'll put in one guard there, as well as where is the metal detector? So sometimes there is quite a bit to choose from in terms of the objects. Metal detector, metal detector. I cannot see it for looking. Okay, so you can just use this bar down here, metal. And there we go. So the reason for these little nibs is just to ensure that everything that comes into this prison has to go through that alcove there. Without those nibs, prisoners can sort of sneak by. So there we go. We'll hook that up to the electricity there. And now everything that comes through that doorway will be scrutinised via the metal detector. What shall we look to do now? I think perhaps we shall square this off and we'll look to implement that as the kitchen. And again, we'll just put some nibs in there. Just so that can give us a bit of a... what's the word I'm looking for? Airlock, I suppose. Room, get rid of that one. floor. Rooms is what I'm after. Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. There, just like that. And we'll plonk that in. So let's do something like that. So at the minute we can't obviously get outside, so perhaps need to allow for that. We'll do yard like that. And then foundations, again brick. And there. That'll be then for the canteen area in a second. Walls. Again, this will be only a rough guide. So they are in the process now of just building the canteen. Okay, so we'll put the door in then. Over. And again, we'll make that a staff room door. And we can put in a jail door just there. So there we go. And rooms, canteen. And then again, it's just important to remember the little nibs because we don't want our little friends causing us problems. So let's go metal detector once more. Bang, bang. That should, in theory, get us power into all the available areas there. See, now we've only got $983. So what we can do is go to our grant section here, whereby we can pick a few of these just to give us some money. So that's giving us 21,000. But in order to get the rest of the money, we've got to build these areas here. So kitchen. Cooker. Bang, bang, bang. So we'll put the sinks down there, and then again we'll just put our fridges somewhere like so. That should make all that work, and then we just need to connect our water up. There we go. That should give us plenty of water. And now, because of the amount of demand on the power, we just need to increase our capacitors. Cool, right. So we've got a yard, we just need another guard to fulfill that. And then 2 cooks. Canteen. I normally build my canteens something like that. So we can put table, table, and table. Then we'll just need our serving table. That's not going to work like that, is it? Okay. We could put it there, that's not too much of a worry. Obviously we can always expand as and when we need to. So now I just need a shower. And I don't think showers necessarily need to be a minimum size. So in that case, what we shall look to do is we'll do something like that. And we'll go drain, 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 drain with a shower head. I mean, who would have thought a bit of an alfresco shower experience, but clearly it'll all be utilised, I'm sure. So water. There we go. And then now, well, basically now we've put the water in. That'll give us some extra money there. Most welcomed. Again, we can look at various things here. We can obviously look to take on the grant for the criminal insane, green machine, in terms of solar power, wind power, that sort of thing. Eco-friendly, basic farming, bakery production skills, restaurant service scheme, reformed prisoner initiative, prisoner reoffending rates, administration centre, inmate health and well-being, prison maintenance, visitation rights, security procedure certification, as well as a staff well-being initiative. I'm trying to think what perhaps might be the best one. An administration centre is what we are going to need. So in order for us to get the money for the cell block A, we need to do the, which one was it? The basic detention centre. Oh, we've done that. We've not done that. Get rid of that, and we'll get rid of delete that one. Delete. So we have done the basic detention centre, but it's not giving us. That's because we need to unlock finance, right? Okay. So in that case, what we shall do is we'll hit that one. That gives us another £10,000. And then we'll go foundation, building. Right, so we don't need it that big. I'm thinking something like that for an office, that's more than big enough. Something like so. And then we'll go in and put some staff doors just there. So there we go, that's the office room there built. Where is the office? Ah. There, so that will be one. Just whilst waiting, we can build that down. There. Put there, office chair. There. And we'll put a couple of filing units in. Stuff. There we go, we've got a warden. So that means we should be able to unlock finance. Suppose we better give the warden some electricity, hadn't we? So I think what we'll do for the time being then, we'll prepare to take on some prisoners. And we'll take on 5 for the time being. So yeah, we've got 3 bunks, so a total capacity of 6. Just to give us a bit of activity within the prison walls. So what was the width though? 7 to 7. 7 to 7 there. Bang. Bang. So they'll go walls and dry walls. Demolish that one. Real. Stick that there and that there with a door in the middle, and then we're going to have to put the electrical cables like so. Rooms, an office. I think we can just pretty much copy the layout of the warden. Perfect. Staff, accountant. So the prisoners are about to arrive. Here we are. So as soon as they arrive, they'll come into the prisoner reception area, and then they'll begin processing, whereby one of the guards will search all the prisoners and their property before placing them within the holding cell area. There are no prisoners assigned to eat in this canteen. That's probably because we haven't got a formal cell unit set up just yet, but that will change. That certainly will change in a second. So here is the fog of war. Look, as you can see, it sort of greys everything out, so you can't see underneath the fog. So as opposed to seeing an aerial shot of the whole prison at the same time, you can only see whereby guards are sort of in that area, if that makes sense. So we've already got a prisoner in lockdown, but we don't have any solitary confinement set up just yet, but that's something that we can look to do ever so shortly. Just looking through the rooms here then. So you've obviously got cells, holding cells, solitary confinements, dormitories, canteens, kitchens, showers, yard areas, storage areas. So that wouldn't be a bad shout, I suppose. Just setting that up just so anything that needs to be moved out of the prison will go into that zone there. Our deliveries, which is just here, a garbage area, got workshops, security rooms, offices, infirmaries, morgues, a common room, laundry, visitation, cleaning cupboards, kennels, armoury, staff room, library, forestry, classrooms, exports, chapels, parole, visitation type room, reception areas, mail room, shop room, padded cell, padded holding cell, padded solitary cell, psychiatrist's office, gymnasium, vegetable allotments, fruit orchard and farming fields, as well as, finally, pantry, flower gardens, restaurant, meeting rooms, bakery, and empty rooms. So clearly lots to do, and in terms of the bureaucracy, the various sort of research strands, that's all there as you can see. I think we will go with extra grant on that one, as well as the security man. So here are the prisoners there. We'll lock open that gate, just so they can go out. So in terms of the prison regime then, what we are able to do is set... Oh crikey, let's lock down. Oh, and he's gone. Quick, can we get him? He's going to go, he's going to go. See, one escape already. That's just how that happens. Interesting, eh? Interesting. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Right, okay, I think what I'll do is I'm going to end the stream just there for this session. Like I say, we're only just starting, so please bear with. But we've obviously got quite a large map to play with, as well as the expansion site. So again, this is Prison Architect. If you like the game, hit the like button. If you like the series so far, consider the subscribe button. Cheers. See you on the next one.